Okay, hello. This is the next review for episode 10, which I have no idea what the name of it is because they never say the name. So I'll have to do a bit of research and put it in the description. But yeah, this is episode 10. And I think for people who are a little bit, unmoved by the last
They did
episode,
what they needed to do. Yay.
yeah, there were a lot more characters that you found and discovered.
Finally.
And yeah, there was a lot more. In the last episode, it was just Michonne and Carl and Rick, but now you've got a whole bunch of other people who are kind of discovering stuff and whatnot. So
Bus got fucked up like I predicted.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was funny because they were shooting at it in episode 8, and then, I don't know, obviously you'll never know what happened. Maybe someone got infected, but don't you think the people on the bus would have figured out that someone got infected and all that crap? And
Probably happened too quick.
everyone important got off the bus. Glenn left, and then Maggie got off. No one important was on that bus.
it was just a bunch of people to kill off.
It was all the randoms. We don't need these randoms anymore, so let's get rid of the randoms. Yeah, they have an act of doing that in the show, but
Tyrese was on baby duty.
yeah, I mean, I suspected that was the case.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
all the people were like, oh, the baby's alive. I guess the anticipation is Rick and Carl finding out, but I'm sure they're gonna drag that shit out forever, and then probably. I mean, this is a bad prediction to make, but I'm guessing that they might try to kill the baby off, and have Rick and Carl see it happen. I don't know. That's just a brief prediction. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Maybe a 50-50 prediction as to that might happen at the finale of season 4. I have no idea, but because in the comics the baby dies at the huge showdown at the prison, but obviously it's still alive. But obviously the comic and the show are totally different. But
it's pretty interesting that they made Carol the one who found Tyrese, because she's the one, if you remember, she's the one that killed his, what was it? It wasn't his wife, but it was his girlfriend.
Well, he wanted to marry her, I think.
Yeah, so they made her the one, and it's kind of and now she's back, and but she found him, of course. So she's gonna help them, because I don't know if he was gonna be able to handle those 3 little girls, but now with Carol it'll probably be better. But it's kind of ironic that she found him out of all people.
Yeah, I mean, where the hell's Carol been during everything else? I mean, she's just here I am.
She said that she watched the end, she was there looking at the end of the fight, she saw what happened at the end. So, apparently she went back, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she just seemed... It was weird because the 2 girls were just standing there, and, there was literally this scene...
There was, a foot, between her and the zombie, and then, they show up, Carol's back, we got him.
There was literally a scene where the girl was almost choking freaking Judith, because obviously she was crying and attracting the zombies, but
yeah, she was choking her out.
In her eyes it looked like she was
it looked like
dying.
she was gonna kill. Well, it looked like she was gonna kill the baby. She kind of just had this passive, and she wasn't.
At least cover her mouth and let her nose, because at least you can breathe then,
But she was completely zoned out. She was just
yeah, what the
I'm
fuck, and then
this baby now.
And then it jump cuts to Tyrese saving those random people, and then fucking Carol comes in that. The cut in that scene was weird, because then Carol came out of nowhere, and it's oh, Carol's here, and now
it almost looked like it was a dream, it wasn't real at first. It was what's going on here?
Yeah, that was kind of kind of random stuff. But we have no Rick and Carl in this episode. I knew at the beginning of the episode, I was watch, they're probably gonna focus on everyone else and not.
Which made sense, because they set Michonne, Rick, and Carl up pretty solidly last time. So now we'll see more, because at the teaser at the end of the episode, they showed them, and it looked like a giant herd was coming at them or something, because it looked like they were fighting.
Well, it seems like the train tracks seem to be a central focus.
I mean, that's the cover for the new season.
Yeah, Daryl and what's her name, that other girl. You don't really see much. The episode starts with them. The 2 of them are dramatic in their own way, and then that's it. They see those dead bodies, and nothing really much develops with them. With Maggie, she knows Glenn's not on the bus. Glenn finds that other girl.
Yeah, they kind of left them off really quickly. Yeah. We don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, it's all right, here's their time.
I think they went in the opposite direction, right?
Did they?
Because Tyrese and Carol and them, they went, because after talking to that guy, they went up the tracks towards that new place, which I'm forgetting the name of it.
It's Terminus or something.
Terminus, yeah, something like that. But I think Maggie and them, I think they were going the other way. I'm not sure, but, who knows?
Yeah, so...
Maybe they'll meet up.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of meetups with characters and stuff. It's also interesting, it's funny, Glenn didn't know that Herschel died. Tara had to break her that news.
Right.
He didn't have to watch him get his head chopped off.
Because he was sick in the prison.
Yeah,
so.
that must have sucked, yeah, and stuff. That was weird. Like, I thought at first Glenn was on top of, like, the fucking destroyed bus, but he was actually, like, still at the prison. That was weird. How did he pass out? Was he just, like, trying to look for people and just, like, and he's like, oh, where am I?
I mean, yeah, he just been through that entire sickness, so he was he was completely wiped out.
Yeah, that was messed up and stuff. So, all right.
The badass army guy comes in now. So
yeah, Abraham, who's in the comics, like, I don't read them, but I know some of the stuff that happens. But I don't know. It was announced that he would be in this second part because there was like a casting call and it said that he was in this, so I knew he'd be coming at some point. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be another type of guy who seems friendly and then goes off the deep end. I don't know what type of guy this will be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they explore his character.
But I'm assuming that's where his town is. Like, that's where Tyrese and Carol and all those girls. I think that's where they're going, and they'll probably meet up with with the other group and stuff. So my guess is slowly but surely everyone's gonna group together, possibly at this
kill
fort.
Off a couple people, maybe.
Yeah, they'll probably everyone's gonna rendezvous at this fort where Abraham's fort. Probably, I'm guessing. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guessing is gonna happen. And then I don't know. We'll see what happens with everyone else, but that's just my guess and stuff. I don't really know where they're headed. I think they're just trying to. I think they need to find each other before they can make a plan. That's that's kind of my sentiment with this episode.
And it was kind of interesting because we were talking about it, like how it was kind of the theme for all the characters that were met again. It's like everyone, like even Daryl, everyone had like lost faith, like and I forget that other black lady's name, but
there was just no hope.
Each group each like separated group, like there was one member who was just like, yeah, there's no hope. We just lost everything.
Yeah, it was just like this hopeless scenario.
So that's probably gonna be a theme where it's like trying to build back their hope and faith.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be consistent with the show, and I'm sure there's gonna be an explosion of people saying, "Oh, these people are alive." I think there's a lot of anticipation now that certain characters are alive and certain things are this way, and so I think it's gonna be cool to see who meets up with who and how all those interactions go down and whatnot. So all right, that's pretty much it for the episode. I don't know if I'm missing anything. It looks like we're gonna get a little bit more character introduction with this Abraham guy, see what he's all about and stuff.
That'll be pretty interesting to see how twisted it gets with him.
How Tara gets introduced, because she was just some person, a part of the group that the governor tried to screw over, and
she was nice though, so we'll see.
Yeah, she never wanted this thing from the beginning. Like, you saw how uncertain she was during the battle in the prison, so it looks like she's gonna be willing to help Glenn out and stuff, and so
whether they'll ever be able to trust her or not, because she's part of the group. I mean, like, not fully responsible, but I mean, she was with the group that killed them.
Yeah, that's true.
Although, like she said, she wasn't. That's not like that wasn't her motive, but
yeah, so
it's still a hurdle to go over.
Yeah, so so no more prison, I guess. Because the prison's been in these past two episodes. Like, it was at the beginning when Michonne approached it, and now in this episode where Glenn and Tara had to escape from it.
Yeah, the only other guess is if Maggie goes back to it, but that would be it. I don't think anyone else would go back to it.
Yeah, I don't know if she'd even how she would know that.
Well, I mean, the other two seemed to convince her not to, but after finding the bus was empty, who knows?
Yeah, everyone seems to be losing hope, but maybe as they go along more, they'll find it. So I guess we'll have to wait till next week with more commercials that make the show shorter than it actually is. Which, that is driving me nuts. I don't know if this is what people have had to suffer with when they've watched the episodes, because before this I just watched them online and stuff. So all right, I guess that's it for the episode. Thank you for watching.
You gotta do ratings, man. Gotta do ratings. For me, definitely an improvement. I mean, last time it was introductory, so I gave it kind of a low score. This one, I really liked. I think.
Yeah, there was more substance. I'll give it a 9.
I'll give it a 9 too. I really like this.
There was more substance to it. Like there's more of a direction. Like,
and this is kind of what I was looking for the first one. Actually, it almost to the dot. Like it explored everyone else's situation.
The previous episode, which was called After, was basically just like a character development episode for Carl, for Michonne, for Rick in some ways, and it.
Honestly, I think the order could have been switched. I think this one could have been first, and After could have been after this one.
Well, I mean, that would have been weird, because you would have been introduced to Abraham. Then let's skip Abraham from one episode, and let's go back to him. And that would have been weird if they had done that.
I mean, they could have changed some stuff around, but I don't know. Personally, I would have liked to see this one first, but that's me.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for watching the review. We'll be back next week, and comment anything you want to say about the episode.
Bark,
Peace.
bark, bark.